The night unfolded as a powerful statement in the ever-evolving landscape of the NBA, as the Detroit Pistons delivered one of their most commanding performances of the season, dismantling the Philadelphia 76ers 116-93 in a game that quickly turned from a competitive contest into a showcase of dominance, cohesion, and rising confidence. From the opening tip-off, Detroit established a tone that Philadelphia simply could not match, combining relentless defensive pressure with fluid offensive execution to create a gap that widened with each passing quarter. For a Pistons squad long viewed as a rebuilding team, this victory signaled something more, an arrival, or at least a strong indication that the pieces are beginning to click in meaningful ways. The first quarter set the stage for what would become a long night for Philadelphia, as Detroit came out with energy, purpose, and precision. Led by their young core, including standout guard Cade Cunningham, the Pistons moved the ball with confidence, finding open looks and capitalizing on defensive lapses by the 76ers. Cunningham, who has increasingly taken on the role of floor general and leader, orchestrated the offense beautifully, balancing scoring and playmaking while dictating the tempo. His ability to read the defense and exploit mismatches created early opportunities, and Detroit quickly built a double-digit lead that set the tone for the remainder of the game. Philadelphia, on the other hand, struggled to find rhythm from the outset. Despite the presence of MVP-caliber talent like Joel Embiid, the 76ers looked disjointed and out of sync. Embiid faced constant double teams and physical defense, limiting his ability to dominate in the paint. Detroit's defensive game plan was clear: make every touch difficult, contest every shot, and force the 76ers into uncomfortable positions. The Pistons executed this strategy to near perfection, rotating effectively and closing out on shooters, leaving Philadelphia searching for answers. As the game moved into the second quarter, Detroit continued to apply pressure, extending their lead through a combination of fast break opportunities and efficient half-court sets. The Pistons' bench played a crucial role, providing a spark that kept the momentum firmly on Detroit's side. Players stepped up in key moments, knocking down shots and maintaining defensive intensity, ensuring there was no drop-off when the starters rested. This depth proved to be a decisive factor, as Philadelphia's second unit struggled to keep pace. The 76ers attempted to mount a response midway through the second quarter, briefly cutting into the deficit with a small run fueled by perimeter shooting. However, each time Philadelphia showed signs of life, Detroit responded with composure and execution. Cunningham continued to lead by example, while teammates found their rhythm, creating a balanced offensive attack that proved difficult to contain. By halftime, the Pistons had established a comfortable lead, and the sense of control was unmistakable. The third quarter often serves as a turning point in NBA games, and for Detroit, it was an opportunity to put the contest out of reach, and they did just that. Coming out of the locker room, the Pistons intensified their defensive efforts, forcing turnovers and converting them into easy points. Their transition game was particularly effective, as quick outlets and smart decision-making led to fast break opportunities that widened the gap even further. Philadelphia, meanwhile, appeared increasingly frustrated, struggling to execute offensively and unable to generate consistent stops on the defensive end. Embiid continued to battle, showing flashes of brilliance with tough finishes and mid-range jumpers, but the lack of support around him made it difficult for the 76ers to sustain any meaningful run. The Pistons' defensive scheme remained disciplined, collapsing on drives and contesting shots without fouling excessively. This level of control and discipline is often a hallmark of more experienced teams, making Detroit's performance all the more impressive given their youth. By the time the fourth quarter began, the outcome was largely decided, but Detroit showed no signs of letting up. Rather than easing off the gas, the Pistons maintained their intensity, treating each possession with the same urgency that had defined their performance from the start. This approach not only secured the victory but also sent a message to the rest of the league. This is a team that is learning how to win, and how to win convincingly. The final score of 116-93 reflected the dominance that Detroit displayed throughout the game. It was not just a win, it was a statement victory that highlighted the potential of a young team coming into its own. For Cunningham, the performance further solidified his status as a cornerstone player, someone capable of leading the Pistons into a new era of competitiveness. His poise, vision, and scoring ability were on full display, and his leadership set the tone for the entire team. Beyond individual performances, what stood out most about Detroit's victory was their collective effort. Basketball is, at its core, a team sport, and the Pistons embodied that principle with their unselfish play and commitment on both ends of the floor. Every player contributed, whether through scoring, defense, or hustle plays that do not always show up in the box score. This kind of cohesion is often the difference between good teams and great ones, and on this night Detroit looked every bit the former, and perhaps a glimpse of the latter. For Philadelphia, the loss raises important questions about consistency and execution. While the 76ers remain a talented team with championship aspirations, performances like this highlight areas that need improvement. Defensive lapses, lack of ball movement, and reliance on individual brilliance can be costly, especially against teams that are disciplined and well prepared. The challenge moving forward will be to address these issues and find a way to respond with resilience. As the season progresses, games like this can serve as turning points for both teams. For the Pistons, this victory could be a confidence booster, reinforcing the belief that they can compete with and beat established teams. It is a reminder that progress is being made, and that the foundation being built has the potential to support sustained success. For the 76ers, it is an opportunity to regroup, reassess, and refocus on the goals that lie ahead. In the broader context of the NBA, the result underscores the unpredictable nature of the league, where any team can rise to the occasion on any given night. It is this unpredictability that makes the game so compelling, as emerging teams challenge established hierarchies and redefine expectations. The Pistons' victory over the 76ers is a perfect example of this dynamic, illustrating how preparation, effort, and execution can overcome even the most formidable opponents.